I'm joined now by our military analyst, Sean Bell. So just on Zelenskyy and Biden getting together, how badly does Ukraine need these weapons?
President Biden, when just before President Zelenskyy met him, just said, if you don't provide me aid, I'll lose the war. It was as blunt as that. Away from the diplomacy, clearly air defence missiles, the long-range ATACMS, which is a long-range missile, tanks, jets, all of those things are what he needs. But actually, behind the scenes, I think, as Mark intimated there, this has been slow progress on the offensive. What's the end state going to be, and how on earth do they continue to secure Western unity in this? That's the challenge.
Right, and what about this decision by Poland to stop supplying weapons to Ukraine?
It's worth a bit of context here. Poland has opened its doors to the refugee crisis. It's provided a huge, probably more help to Ukraine than any other country, short of the US in terms of monetary. But of course, the Ukrainian grain can't export it across the Black Sea. Loads of free sort of grain going into Europe, and they would not allow that, the farmers from Poland. So President Zelenskyy started to criticise Poland for potential tariffs, and that went down really badly. Poland immediately said, right, we're going to stop weapons. And actually, this is what the Polish Prime Minister had to say about it.
We are not transferring any weapons to Ukraine because we are now aiming to defend ourselves with the most modern weapons. If you don't want to be in a position of having to defend yourself, you have to have something to defend yourself with. We follow this principle, and that is why we have placed increased orders. Here, we focus primarily on the modernisation and rapid armament of the Polish army, so that it becomes one of the strongest land armies in Europe and in a very short time.
Polish Prime Minister there. And Sean, a large attack by Russia on Ukraine overnight.
Yeah, 43 cruise missiles. We haven't seen those sorts of numbers for well over a month now. Looks as if Russia was targeting energy infrastructure. There were blackouts in 5 different regions of Ukraine. The irony here was it's International Peace Day, but the real irony here is President Zelenskyy was in New York at the time, attending the UN. President Putin wasn't there because, of course, he's indicted by the International Criminal Court. It almost felt like a bit of an act of defiance by Russia, this. But all of this is a bit of a distraction. Fighting at the front line continues to be intense, casualty figures rising, but over the last 24 hours, there once again has been very limited movement.
OK, Sean, thank you very much indeed.